Hi everyone. I hope you're enjoying my blog so far, but as you can see, this week is going to be a little bit different. I'm doing it in the form of a podcast, which I've never done before, so don't judge me too harshly, but hopefully we can both have a little bit of fun with it. This week's blog post is over the Italian delight spaghetti and meat sauce. And what I love about this dish is that it's a great source of carbohydrates. It's easy to make, and most importantly, it's definitely light on your wallet, and you get the biggest bang for your buck. So, the first step in making a meal is always get the ingredients. And the three main ingredients you need for this meal, which you can find all at a Kroger location. The first is ground chuck 80% lean beef. This comes in 1 pound, 16 ounces, and costs $2.29. The second ingredient is Kroger Value Spaghetti made with drum wheat. This comes in one bag at roughly 12 ounces and costs 68 cents. And for the final touch is the Italian sauce, Prego Traditional, and this comes in the form of a jar at 1 pound, 8 ounces, and costs $1.83. And that brings you out to a grand total of $4.80, roughly about $5 to make spaghetti. And what's good about this meal is the fact that when you make it, it makes enough for two serving sizes. So either you can have a meal with somebody else, or you can save a meal for the next day. So that actually cuts the price in half, and it costs roughly about 250 per meal. Now, there's two things you can do with this meal. Additionally, is you can add Parmesan cheese, as most know, or add a box of crackers. Now, if you add the Parmesan cheese, that's going to cost you about $3 more, which you can also get at a Kroger locations. But the box of crackers, which I prefer doing, is breaking them up and then sprinkling them on. That would actually be a free cost, because if you are doing my previous blogs and making the meals, a box of crackers was in a previous meal, so that would be a free cost. So if you did the additionals, it would come out around $8. So even if you did that, that would make each meal roughly $4. So with that being said, this meal is extremely easy to make. And so now we'll move on to why it is extremely easy to make and talk about the cooking instructions. So the first thing you're gonna want to do with this is halfway fill a large stock pot with water. And once that's done, you're gonna want to put that on the stove and bring it to a boil. And while that's boiling, you're gonna want to remove the spaghetti from the package and break it in half, and then add the spaghetti to the boiling water, and then let it cook for approximately 10 to 12 minutes, stirring occasionally so it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. So once that's cooking, the next thing you're going to want to do is not add, but you're going to want to cook the ground beef. So in an open skillet, you're going to want to place the pound of lean beef. Then you're going to want to fully cook the meat until it is well done. Once it's fully cooked, you're actually going to want to pour the entire jar of Prego sauce into that open skillet, stirring together the meat and the sauce and kind of blending that together. And then you're going to actually want to bring that to a boil. So once that's brought to a boil, the spaghetti should actually be done by now, but you're going to want to make for sure it is and just check it. And if it is, you're going to want to drain the liquid from the stock pot. And once that's done, what I like to do is actually pour the meat sauce into the stock pot and then mix together the meat sauce with the spaghetti to make the meal. However, some people prefer not mixing them together, but simply putting the meat sauce on top of the spaghetti once you put it on your plate. Either way is perfectly fine. I just like mixing it all together. I guess that's kind of what a guy likes to do. But as you can see, this meal is extremely cheap. It's easy to make, and you definitely get the biggest bang for your buck. So relax and enjoy the cheap and wonderful meal you've just made yourself.